Hello everybody, I'm Andrea Garcia and I will be presenting a character analysis on Verne from the movie Over the Hedge. A little bit of background on the movie is that Verne is one of the main characters. He's a turtle and is part of a wild animal family. They wake up one day from hibernation to find out the forest they used to source food is now gone. Instead, there's a new urbanization that had been constructed by humans, and humans had moved in. A little fact is that infrastructure and road making are direct causes to deforestation every year. Animals get the most affected, losing habitat, shelter, and food sources. So my thesis statement is Verne is the leader, cautious, anxious, and the protector. So when a new neighborhood is constructed, he is the first to explore before the rest of the animals and is always advising them against taking food from humans. The first characteristic I'm gonna be talking about is his leadership. Verne is the leader of the animal family. We can see this in this first scene where he decides he's gonna be the first one to cross the hedge and explore the new side of the hedge. There, he has a really bad time in these human places and even gets thrown back. So when the animals see him, they're all worried, and he says that's a very dangerous place and that they shouldn't cross the hedge ever. In real life, wild animals tend to run away from us because they are scared of us, they fear us, because we could kill them or damage them. The second characteristic I'm gonna be explaining is Verne being cautious. In this scene, RJ, a raccoon, meets them and tells them that it is okay to go to the human part and steal food from them. And Verne is exclaiming that they're not gonna trust RJ because his tail is tingling. He explains to RJ that when his tail is tingling, something bad or something dangerous is about to happen, and that's his way of being cautious. We can compare this behavior with what would be the normal animal instinct, and that when they are in danger either from a human or predators, they tend to run away and advise other animals to not go to that place or to be careful. The third characteristic I'm going to be discussing is Verne being anxious. In this scene, RJ the raccoon is asking Verne if there is anything he needs to be afraid of, before taking them to the other side of the hedge and showing them his side of the story regarding humans. Verne didn't like Verne's plans, and actually during the movie, he doesn't willingly participate in any of them. Normally, raccoons tend to find food in garbage and also do other wildlife animals. Normally, us humans, when we know there's animals going through our garbage, we will do anything to stop that because it's inconvenient for us, but also the animals get really scared of us and run away, and it's a big problem, especially in areas where there's a neighborhood beside a forest or something like that. Verne is the protector of his animal family, and that is his fourth characteristic I will be discussing. During different scenes in the movie, Verne is seen calling the animals and telling them not to participate in RJ's plans. In this scene in particular, Hammy, a squirrel, is acting as a rabbit squirrel to try and get cookies from the Girl Scout girls. Then the Girl Scout girls attack Hammy, so Verne runs toward him to try and save them. This shows that he is trying to protect them. We can see that Verne is always watching over them, saving them from trouble, and advising them to do the correct thing. Animals usually will try to protect other animals, or especially their babies, from other predators, and in this case, humans. I will be talking about some textual references and some statistics about how construction has affected wild animals in the real world, and it's part of our daily life. First, I will be discussing the effects of constructions on animals. Tree removal causes habitat, shelter, and food loss. These forests and trees are the places these animals live and reproduce and find food, so with no trees and no forest, there is no place for them to live. More human-wildlife encounters resulting in wildlife being killed. This means that with road making and new houses, it means that people usually accidentally hit them with their cars. They call the exterminator to get rid of them. Animals appear in different places. An example of this being like snakes and crocodiles being in pools and stuff like that, which not only puts the animal in danger, also puts us humans in danger. And third, animals rely on their habitats for surviving, and their population are increasingly declining due to construction. Lots of animals are getting in danger of extinction just because of deforestation and construction alone, which is really alarming for us as a part of the world. I decided to look at some roadkill data and found this. 80% of roadkills are mammals, 3% are reptiles and amphibians such as turtles like Verne and toads, and 50% are birds, which is a lot. Here are some estimated numbers for the death. 41 million are squirrels like Hammy, 26 million are cats, 22 million rats, 19 million opossums, 15 million raccoons, 6 million dogs, and 350,000 deer, which is a lot, and that's not counting all the kills and animals that us humans, call the exterminator for. There's also associations like the shelter or the animal control center that you can call and they will take care of this. Also sanctuaries and special protection programs for all these wild animals that sadly, because of loss of habitat, they turn to human places like neighborhoods and houses to find food, a comfortable place to be, a refreshment of water, etc. To conclude, we can agree that Verne is a representation of how wildlife animals behave around humans, with all of these different characteristics and instinct behavior around them. Second, he has a role of leader and protector of his animal family, and his anxious and cautious being actually helps him because that's like the little instincts he has to protect and to help that little animal family and resolve all the problems that surge because of the human interactions that are new to them. Also, human interactions with the animals seen in the movie are part of our daily life, just like calling the exterminator to solve a rat problem, because those are common in Puerto Rico, and also having like dogs or cats go through our garbage and that being a problem. Just these little encounters are part of our daily life, including with the birds that come around and damage the place. It happens. So we can see that this movie is a reflection of our daily life and how we treat these wildlife animals in a insensitive way, and we have the tools like calling animal protection services to get rid of them safely and not endanger them and not put us in danger too. Just wanted to add that Verne is the classic animal interaction and behavior, and RJ it's strictly the contrary. So that's why I chose RJ, because we see this every day and we usually don't do anything about it. We don't do anything about the real problems that we have with construction and deforestation and how many animals we, the human race, put into endangerment or extinction just for our own profit. And lastly, I just wanted to say thank you for your attention and hope you liked my presentation.